This podcast is powered by The Plug.
You like the king of dad jokes.
Well, I'm a dad.
No, but these are two his dads too.
I enjoy a good dad joke.
I don't. Them shits is stupid as hell.
Corny.
That's the fucking point.
It'd be corny.
But it'd be like,
That's the point.
That's the reason why you have a dad joke.
Hey, did you hear about
did that on your own?
You hear about the new toy they launched at the Lego store?
what? Okay. Here
Apparently
we go.
the line went around for blocks.
Why are you like this?
That was a dad joke.
Did you laugh?
No, I'm laughing at you.
That's fine.
You still laugh.
Did I bring humor into your life?
No, you didn't. You brought a lot of despair.
You a liar. You laughing in your despair?
Despair.
Despair.
It's hard, bro.
That joke was rude as fuck.
All right, fellas, we back.
With an outfit. With an outfit.
We back at it again. Once again, this is the Watch Podcast. Everyday dudes doing everyday shit. How we been, fellas, man? How y'all doing? We living?
It's been a great summer.
It's hot.
It's been hot. It's been a great summer, though.
Global warming.
Global
I
warming.
see you global warming.
You believe in that?
I'm about to be outside in December.
Yes, I believe in science.
Took that class very
Supposed to hear that. You gonna piss somebody off. Summer's almost coming to an end. Basically, what we've been talking about. And before it comes to an end, one thing I've noticed, like, you know, being out in the streets and stuff like that, like a lot of guys unwilling to talk to women. Like I'm starting to see it a lot. Nudging me, AKP, introduce me to so and so. AKP, who is that? I don't know. Go over there and talk to me. And like, no, man, I can't go over there. Well, why not? I'm like, come on, man. What am I gonna say to her? Oh, hi. The fuck you want me to do for you?
Hello.
That's it. You don't talk ass. What do you think?
damn.
Just throwing my shit out there like that, huh? No, I don't know. I think some guys might be intimidated by the type of women they see. And I don't know if that's related to status, like degrees or money that they make or anything like that, or is it just that they feel like they're out of their league? And that might be a reason why somebody's afraid, if you will, to talk to somebody.
What you think, Dre?
Similar to what he said, I think ultimately comes down to self-confidence.
Confidence in yourself or confidence in...
Yeah, the confidence in your motherfucking self. Self-esteem. The esteem of your motherfucking self. But just like you said, it could be she could make a lot of money, got her shit together, or she could be just hella fine. But if someone is afraid to talk to somebody, in this instance, it just might be they're not confident.
Right.
I haven't heard fine since 1988.
Hella fine.
You don't got to be confident to get rejected, nigga. And I don't think that's the...
But you talking about just walking up to somebody, though.
But I mean, that's the same thing. Rejection is a hard motherfucker. So if a bad bitch rejects you, you like, fuck.
But wouldn't you say, like, most people are afraid or intimidated not to go talk to somebody because they're afraid of rejection, right?
Correct.
So if you confident, you know there might be a chance I may be rejected, but with the confidence in myself, I'm willing to go and take that chance because I'm confident in myself to be like, if she rejects me, then cool, I'm still me.
But then some niggas don't want to do this shit. I done seen 15 niggas run up on her. Well, I want to be the 16th.
So let me ask you this, Cutter. Let me
No.
ask you this. Is you saying that the guy is reaching too high? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, unless you already have high standards, then you don't give a fuck. But if you think you're doing a little bit too much out your category, yeah, I can see why somebody would be like, yeah, she's bad, but I'm going to pass. I mean, but you never know until you...
Have you ever experienced that? Or you think there's somebody that's out of your league?
Thank you for listening to this episode. If you or your company are looking to jump into the podcast world, now is the time. The Plug Agency is here to connect you to the full power of podcasting. You just record and leave the rest to us. The people are listening and want to hear from you. theplug-agency.com. That's theplug-agency.com. Click the link in the episode description for an exclusive offer.
911?
What's your emergency?
Yeah, somebody's just broke into my house.
Okay, we'll get a unit over shortly.
Okay, please hurry.
Real quick, can you verify your race for us?
I'm black. No, I'm sorry, I'm white. I'm full white.
Okay, can you answer a few questions just to confirm?
Okay.
Okay, how do you feel about Black Lives Matter?
All lives matter.
Nice. Did OJ do it?
Yeah, he did it.
Okay, who's the best boxer in the United States?
Jake Paul.
King of R&B.
Justin Bieber.
Okay, last question. Say ask.
X. Oh, fuck. No, hey!
Tired of ads crashing your comedy podcast party? Good news. With Amazon Music, you have access to the largest catalog of ad-free top podcasts, included with your Prime membership. To start listening, download the Amazon Music app or visit amazon.com/comedy ad-free. That's amazon.com/comedy ad-free and catch up on the latest episodes without the ads.
Be honest, cause cats be on some other shit, like talking about, oh, no, I'm talking to anybody. I'm doing this and this and
they're
that.
full of shit.
But if I put the right one in front of you, I don't think that you would be that.
But it depends on how the scene is also, because are you just coming off to just try to holler at her, or are you trying to build a conversation first before you start trying to get in them draws, you know what I mean? Because that's the main thing, right?
I mean, I guess like you said, is your intentions is going to be the thing. So if you bring intentions into it, then I guess like you just said, reaching too high it's however you feel inside or whatever it may be. You know what I mean?
I think I've had several conversations around this issue, but my thought here is that when it comes to women, looks don't matter as much to them as they matter to men. So a guy will be like, damn, she's out of my league. Or a chick will be like, well, I mean, I don't care what he really looks like. Can he make me laugh?
Yeah.
Can he make me feel comfortable? They don't, I mean.
Can he protect me or something? Always that.
Six-pack abs is not a deal breaker for a woman. Whereas with a guy, you got a beer belly, it might be like, I don't know.
You don't think age plays a key in that?
You said age?
Age. Because when we were in college and stuff like that, I think six-packs and cats and stuff like that was in. Now, when you get to a certain age...
Nah, nigga, I'm medium ugly, and I still talk to bitches in college.
So then there you go. Your intimidation level is different because you can just approach somebody with no intention at all, and then that shit might become something.
I think that's a good one, with no intentions, just talking.
Right.
If you, however that builds up, now you know, then that could build your confidence if you don't have it. Like, oh shit, nigga, I got her.
You might be able to sneak your way
Ease
in.
I made this scummy laugh real fast. Oh, like he said, it's over.
Breaking that ice. But again, that goes back to what I was saying. That comes with age and time. Like, you know what I mean? Like at our age today, we know we can just walk up to, you know, the baddest, the most confident, all these types of females. If I can just break that ice with her, I'm in there. You know what I mean?
I think it depends on the person.
Yeah, I think I did that more in college, was just didn't give a fuck, like shit, anybody gonna talk to me.
Right.
But now as you get older, it's kind of like, I can see why, like.
And then that goes back to intention, right? So I'm thinking when we're younger, just didn't give a fuck.
Correct.
That don't necessarily mean I had confidence. I just didn't give a shit.
If rejection
As opposed
came
to now,
or not.
I don't give it. I didn't give a shit because it was whatever. Now I don't give a shit because I'm confident in myself. If that makes sense.
So I bring all this up to ask. So I had one of my boys hit me up not too long ago, and he was like, there was a lot of single women. And he was like, why? And that's what brought me to, are we intimidated to talk to these women? Are they shooing off dudes? Or like, so it's like, why are there so many people who are single at this point in time?
I think, and I mean, this just might be me, women want too much from a man sometimes.
Whoa. Say it again?
Women want too much from a man.
And tell me, go deeper into that.
Elaborate on
like
that.
what?
Everything. Like, you're supposed to be everything though, right? The protector, the provider, everything a man is supposed to be.
Right.
So what if a nigga ain't all the way there, but he trying to get them draws? He gonna have to turn into that? But she's gonna deny you before you know, that conversation is gonna let you know, like, nigga, you ain't got shit. You talking a good game, but you know what I mean? What are you bringing to the table?
So you just said that women ask for too much. And like, I mean, this has been a thing. I've seen this multiple times. I've seen on social media, there was a little video about a guy basically saying, hey, when's the last time your man asked you for something? And it just gets silent. And he goes, right, because he doesn't ask for you anything. He just wants peace. You, when are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? Now, to their side, I've heard we're like that because if we don't, nothing's going to get done. Go ahead, Jamil.
I think I pulled up a tweet, especially about this conversation, right? Tweet says, this is two different people, right? The original tweet says, a woman will be vegan, work out 6 days a week, feed the homeless, teach blind kids to read, grow her own vegetables, mentor troubled youth, have 3 master's degree, and be fucking an unemployed convicted felon, pothead who lives with his mama. Raw. The response to that was, that unemployed convicted felon, pothead who lives with his mama brings her happiness, and that's why she's fucking him raw. So she might have everything that she needs, except for that love that she's looking for.
And the nigga that got it all ain't gonna give her that love that she wants. But that nigga that stay in that basement got it all.
Yeah.
So tie that back in, Dre.
Or I got nothing else to give. Or I got nothing else to give but love.
But that's all she wants. That's all she's looking for, right?
But he's not providing her nothing, like you just said, right? What she's expecting from him, but she just wants that love.
So my end result, or my end thought there is value.
Value.
What do
And
you
that
value?
differs from person to person.
Exactly.
So then bringing it back down to what Cutter was saying, that a woman asks for too much, is she really asks for too much? Is it just something specific that she wants and it comes with a broad, things that comes with that?
Well,
like you say, the chick that got it all was messing with the criminal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he brought value.
Yeah.
He made her feel special.
He brought
or
what
whatever
she
like that.
values.
And
Just being happy, nothing
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
And so being happy, I guess I'm trying to figure out how I can say this with what Cutter was saying about how women ask for too much. In order to be happy, what will that entail? Like, if the dude is living at the crib, does that mean he got to take care of the crib? You got to take care of this. You got to take care of that. And that's probably where men get annoyed. Like,
But
I'm not
society
doing all
puts
that.
it that way now of how shit's supposed to be. You log on to the internet and you're gonna see a nigga with all the money with a bad bitch. So.
But see,
Now-
you go ahead, Dre.
To go back, are you saying like dudes may be intimidated because that expectation is going to be put on them?
That might be wrong. Expectations is big, nigga.
That was the key right there.
Yeah.
The expectation going in. So that could be the initial, before he even says anything, he could walk up and be like, so-and-so is bad, I want to talk to her, but I know what it's going to require for me to even be in that world. And then they ready to shut it, and I won't even go over there.
Then that goes back to confidence. I go right back to self-confidence, right? So let's say if long time ago, I was approaching somebody.
Long time ago.
A long time. Way before you.
If I was approaching somebody, I could have confidence where if she expects such and such out of me, I know I can give that to her. Or you're confident enough to say, if she expects such and such out of me, I know I can't give that to her, but fuck it, I'm gonna shoot my shot anyway. Because I don't know what she's gonna expect.
You never know.
And that's huge. You never know, and that's what it's saying with I think the whole intimidation thing. It's something we make up in our own mind. You know what I mean? Like I could walk in.
Hey, you kids, quit slamming my goddamn door! Damn.
I don't know. I think we men have been put in this society of we need to be the providers. We need to be the ballers. Oh, you don't. Used to have six-pack abs, or you got to have a great conversation, things like that. When I bring my friends around, everything. So those things turn into, I can't keep up.
I would push back on that because I think that is a antiquated thought, right? So maybe 15 years ago,
antiquated. Looked at it.
15 years ago, you were supposed to be the breadwinner. You were supposed to provide. You were supposed to be the strong guy and everything like that. Which I have another factoid here for y'all.
Oh God, you're gonna fact us to death.
According to the National Center of Educational Statistics, black women have been obtaining degrees at a consistently higher rate for the last 8 years. Information collected about the higher education among African Americans between 2009 and 2010 show that black women account for 68% of associate degrees, 66% of bachelor's degrees, and 71% of master's degrees, 65% of doctoral degrees. Black women are kicking our asses when it comes to education, which means that they don't need us to be the provider anymore. They don't need us to bring in the money anymore. They got all the shit that they need.
So we all out here still fucking though.
Which brings me to my point of there are some there. What is the type of person that is going to be intimidated by that?
Well,
But you wouldn't know a woman had all that until you introduced
Actually
yourself.
got to get to know her.
You know what I
But
mean?
to what you were saying, how women got all these facts and things like that.
Yeah.
I think they had something to prove because of how it used to be back in the day.
We can be better.
They wanted to show us, like, oh shit, so you think you're a guy that I can't do this? I'm going to go become a lawyer.
I don't think it was in spite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think it was in spite. I was thinking like, shit, I don't want to be in a relationship where I got to depend on somebody else.
Right.
So let me get my own shit.
I'm not going to take that from you. I agree there was this place of this pocket of women who was like, I want to stand on my own and I don't want to have to be able to worry about no man. But I think there is a huge pocket of women who's like, y'all have put me in this box for so damn long. It's time for me to go. So now when I walk into a room, a man's going to respect me. And that's going to be the intimidating factor. Go ahead, Jay. What was you about to say?
Damn, now you got me with that.
Right?
She's gonna like, you gonna respect me, huh?
You're going to respect me.
But why is that intimidating?
What?
Because what we
respect
said,
your
like, because if you say it's antiquated, right? What the provider roles or the men roles
Gender
should
roles
be.
are, yeah.
Gender roles should be. It could be antiquated, but still we feel that pressure. It's still, I would say, it's still expected. It's shifting, but it's still expected. I have that expectation.
But do you think a lot of
To
that,
be the breadwinner or to be?
To be the traditional traditional male role in the house.
and does that go
Even
from,
and it goes beyond breadwinner, right? So even if your significant other was making more than you, it's still kind of on the man to be the provider.
but are you going to do that with the thought that I lived in a household with both parents and I seen my dad provide or I seen my mom provide too? That could take a big role too.
I was going to say the reason I think that I am not intimidated by women is because I was raised by a strong black woman, right?
Correct.
So when I see a strong black woman, it's not like, oh shit, I should be afraid of that. It's like, damn, that's
want
just how
that.
women. No, that's how women should be, right? That's my expectation, right? So when I walk into a situation and a chick's like, oh, I need you to buy me Marc Jacobs and all this other shit, and I'm like, nah, nigga, you should be able to get that shit on your own. Now, I would like to provide it for you, but you need me to do that? Nah, I'm
So you're saying if you know she can do it herself, then it's a plus, right?
I don't think it's that he knows it. I think he requires it. So he walks into a situation with the confidence of, I'm not intimidated because I know what I bring to the table.
Regardless.
And if that's not going to work, fuck you.
And it goes back to self-confidence, right?
Yeah. And it brings it all the way
I
around.
like how you talk about that. Remember when my mom swung on my brother? And when you go back to where the woman said, you're going to respect me? So I respected my mom. After that shit, after I saw that, I was like, don't do that.
My mom is 5'1", like 120 pounds soaking wet, but I was way more afraid of her than my dad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's funny, I talked to my brother, I'm like, you remember this? He's like, no, I don't remember that. Nigga, you blacked out.
blacked that shit
Because
out.
I remember that shit.
Mom put that ass to
Exactly.
sleep.
So maybe that's the intimidation factor. Some of these guys out here weren't raised by a strong woman or saw a strong woman to have the confidence to be able to go talk to them, regardless on their status, on what they have in their pocket and things like that. Maybe they see these women and they say, oh shit, because I've never seen that before. You know what I mean? So like, okay, we're all talking about how confident we are. If, Halle Berry walks into the room, like,
I'm going with a dad joke. First thing I'm going to is a dad joke.
But see, he's not confident to go in just to holler at her.
Why I want to holler at her? I'm married.
Hypothetically, if you
See
want
what I did there?
Now we
Hypothetically, if
was a good one.
that that we all dreamed of, that chick walked into the room.
And we were single.
We're single.
Yeah.
Everything's cool, and she was sat at the bar. You walking up with a dad joke?
I'm gonna say hello. I'm not. I mean, it
introduce
might not.
yourself, see where it
The
goes.
dad joke is not gonna be the first thing that comes out of my mouth. It might be the sixth thing that comes out of my mouth.
But I mean, I don't think you have a game plan. It's just walking
having a
up and just
conversation.
making conversation and see where it goes. And I think you'll know if you have a chance or if you don't. Like, just by the way she comes off.
Okay, yeah.
I've always
With
said,
after the initial.
Correct, because you can't look at a woman and she might be like, nigga, do not, like your face, nigga, please,
pick
do
on
not.
But even walking up to have a conversation means you're not intimidated, right?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. And
It's just how you want to open them up, I guess.
Yeah. So if we go ahead, Jamel.
I was gonna say, I think there's an additional piece of the conversation that we're missing because I think we're talking about in the romantic sense. I was also thinking about this question from the workplace sense.
Okay.
Do men get intimidated by women at work, especially somebody who's above them, who has more status than
For me, I know at my last gig, my office got put not too far from the CFO. And she's a woman. She's loud, she's boisterous, she walks, heels, the whole nine. And like, I wouldn't go to that side of the building.
Because of her?
Because of her. Because I was intimidated by, like, one, she's the CFO, so that's already, she has this title.
But that's title, not
But-
like she's a woman.
But still,
Right.
she's the
Keep
shit.
going, though.
First, it was the title, not that she's a woman, right?
Yeah.
The title. And so then I would hear her. She's so loud and she laughs very. So she's confident, like I am. Like crazy loud.
Right.
And then, like, you know me, I'm quiet as it is, and so I wouldn't go down to that side of the building. So I think bringing around what we've been saying, it's all in yourself. Because I want to say about a month or two in, hi, hey, hi. Then jokes are starting to fly. Now I'm kicking it in the office and like things like that. So
It was a dad joke, wasn't it?
But was it something you
It was
did,
something
or
out
a
of
group?
me.
And
Out of
you
me.
just like finally said something to
Yeah,
her?
like, you know,
okay.
I got to work here,
Yeah,
so
so-
boom. And then she's like, hey. I'm like, oh, you're normal.
Yeah, and that's what you wanted.
Yeah.
Because once you get that vibe, like, I can't even speak to her because she thinks she's above me already, that's the confidence. My confidence is shut down. I ain't never speaking to that bitch. Bitch rude than a motherfucker.
I think another part of that is I think women have to exude that confidence or that boisterousness
Before you go, why?
because of the way society has been set up. So if there's a woman in a CFO job, it's like, why did she get this job over this guy or whatever like that? So she has to not only overcome that, but assert herself to the point where it's just like, there's no question why she is here.
So
When you
feel
get
that
to
way?
management level, it's male dominated.
Yeah.
I feel that way about across the board. So like, if I see a female cop, I feel like she's walking with her shoulders a little higher than most male cops. Like, I see women in positions of power. I feel like, I don't want to say they abuse it, but I feel like they like you said, they have to excel higher just because they're a woman.
Right.
I personally don't agree with that. I hate that. I was like, just be you. Like, if you're a woman firefighter and you can carry me out of this damn building,
Do it.
I think that's easy for you to say as a male.
Yeah,
though.
I've been asked like in a meeting, like, yo, this other dude is kind of disrespectful to me. Can you handle this? And I had to go in and like be fucking assertive. And I saw him talk down to her, and he tried to do the same shit to me. I figured because I'm black, so I'm like, oh, what we're not gonna do. So I think it's real.
I've
if you listen
talked
to
to
him,
several women who are like, yeah, you may not believe it, but I have to assert myself. Otherwise, people are going to try to down talk me, talk over me, do everything that you're not, so that you wouldn't do to a male counterpart. But on the other hand, I've heard other women that say they don't think men are intimidated by them at all.
at all.
But this just has to be a strong black woman or a strong white woman anyway it goes that feels, that doesn't care.
Right.
Once I get to that spot, I earned this just like how the next person did.
And that's how I wish, and I guess it goes to what Jamel's been saying this whole time about, you know, the things that they have to step out because they're going to be looked down upon. I personally look at females like, yo, you got that job, you got it. Hey,
You did something right.
But
And I think that goes back to self-confidence, because if you're in the workplace and you're looking down on a woman or trying to keep another person down, to me that says that you're not confident in yourself to feel threatened or intimidated. Like, you're not confident in yourself. You're clearly not confident in your work.
So that you brought up a good point there with intimidation. Like, it could be, I'm not intimidated because I'm a dick. And
Because they know they just bullshitting their way.
Yeah. But
And that's how they got the position in the first place.
I mean, like you say, how some guys are not intimidated by them because, like, I'm a man. Why would I be intimidated by you?
Oh, not even that. Just like, what's the goal? Like, what's the fucking goal?
Yeah.
Right? So if the goal is to hit certain numbers or complete projects or whatever, what gets me to that fucking goal? Why does it matter
Who did it
who's
better?
doing what?
Yeah.
But if you looking into that, who's doing what, even subconsciously, you have that subconscious bias. To me, that says, like, there's clearly something lacking within yourself to let that affect
I would say
your impact.
there's also a shared sense of belonging in the fact that we're all in the minority, right? Like you said, once you get to management level or director level and above, there's not a lot of people that look like me or you or like her, regardless of what her skin tone is.
So do you think you have to, and then that's different too, do you think you or feel you have to do better
As far
in
as
that spot? Because you're a minority. Now, do I fucking have to? I really have to show out. I really have to show I can do.
I was raised
my
like that. You have to
job.
work
Y'all
twice
going
as
to a
hard.
different
But that's what I'm
place.
thinking.
Hold
That's
on,
what I'm getting at.
Y'all are going to a different place. Intimidation because of race is what you're trying to say. I have to be a certain way, and I have to do certain things because of my color.
I would argue that the same mind frame is there for women as well,
Correct.
because they are, like I said, we're shared in the
Yeah.
fact that we're minorities in that situation.
Okay.
But how we grew, we were raised, we have to work twice as hard because of our race. We never were taught to put that same thinking
With
in terms of for women.
Yeah.
So
I didn't think about that, bro.
so we went through a lot of things about intimidation. So I think physically, you walk in, you see someone you're attracted to. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. How do I talk to her?
Shoot your shot, man.
Yeah, shoot your shot, go for it, because you don't know
Got
what.
to.
Shoot that air ball, nigga.
The worst you can say is no, man. Then you say, oh, go get another drink.
And keep moving.
Keep it
Because the
moving.
next one will come in. And then we went to intimidation of she's scary. She might have something that I can't attain. She might require something.
Stop being a bitch.
I think Cutter made a good point earlier. He was saying, you don't know. You might
Yeah,
want
you
to
don't
walk
know.
up to this chick who got the Balenciagas and live in a penthouse, and she just might be like, if you make me laugh,
We good.
we good. You know what I mean? Help me out, Jamel. What else we had? So it was physical. We had in the workplace.
In the workplace.
You know what I mean? In the workplace. I use myself as an example. It was me more of being afraid of her title than anything else. You know what I mean? How do I get past this exec level, and I'm just a peon in this building? And then, like you said, go down there and say what's up. Hey, she was like, hey.
Because of that interaction, do you think that in your current position or in a future position, you would ever just be like, damn, I shouldn't talk to this lady again? Or are you like, because of that experience, I know I can have a conversation?
For me, because of that experience, I can walk into the CEO's office and say, NBKP, what's up? What you need? I'll dap up the CEO now. And 9 times out of 10, they'd be like, what's up? And they'd be happy that I can do that.
Funny because I know you because you don't give a shit.
I don't.
It's also if you're playing a role. You can't play a role either.
And that's another thing of intimidation. Like, you have to be yourself.
Correct.
Don't be intimidated by your atmosphere.
You go in there saying you got this big ass house and all this, and then she asks to come over and in mom's basement.
And if you're not being yourself,
Can I ask a question along those lines then too? Like, how does imposter syndrome play into that?
What?
Which part?
Into intimidation?
You keep using these big words. man.
My nigga, we done with school.
When you talk
keep
down on
going.
yourself,
Yeah.
like
Well,
you're
like,
supposed to be able
I-
to do this, but you talk and you're capable, but you talk yourself out like I'm
Doubting
not
yourself.
Yeah.
Self-doubt.
I'm not really supposed to be here.
I think
Yeah.
that answers a question that I was asked about why are so many women single, is because I think a lot of men
Doubt themselves.
doubt themselves. They walk into a cell, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't have much.
Like she's out of my league.
Yeah, like she's
I
way
think
out.
that's all of it is.
Yeah.
She's out of my league. Why would I even do it?
Like we'll walk in and see a chick in some nice heels and a nice dress and things like that, and think, oh, I can't afford that. Oh, I could never stand next to her. Or, but I'm short. I can't. Oh man, I can't. She's too tall for me.
You can't get no
You better
further.
climb that mountain.
I was gonna bring up the height. I was not gonna bring up the height. You did.
I mean, but that's an intimidation thing for myself that I had to get over.
Yeah,
Like a lot of females is like, can you climb this mountain? And if you can, come on.
I got my gear in the motherfucking truck. We're 6 feet.
Hold up. I mean, I'm sitting right here.
You brought up height. I told you. I said I wasn't
something
gonna
that
bring it
I
up.
have to deal with for myself.
You're right. My bad. I'm just commenting on.
I thought this was a safe place.
We safe.
Not with
Kinda.
Dre, nigga.
We are kind of safe.
All right,
die?
so I want to bring it around the table. I think we all had good points on, intimidation, and we all would say, matter of fact, first, Dre, have you been intimidated?
Oh yeah.
Give me a time when you was intimidated.
Long time ago.
Way before you were married.
Wait for marriage.
Yeah.
Nah, it was this combines, is she out of my league? What are my intentions? So it goes back to that confidence thing. Like if I was just trying to go to holla, I wasn't trying to build no future or start dating or nothing, cool, shoot my shot. There'd be some girls I'm like, yo, I kind of want to talk to her, like real talk to her. Should I? Damn, I'm unemployed.
Down yourself.
You know, oh shit, I'm only pulling such and such a year. Shit, I might not be able to do that because I just don't want to go. Because if I go once, I'm gonna want to stay here. I'm gonna want to stay. So yeah.
Same
but
thing,
now, I don't give a shit.
Same thing, Cutter. You've been intimidated before?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? You just been.
I mean, I ain't gonna say like that, but of course, I've seen some women.
Think of it in all aspects, like we've been talking about, like at work with a woman, like all.
Just yeah, and I kind of say what you said about some like the CFO, like even come to the like I always had a woman manager.
Okay.
So that right there is like, damn, how do I talk to her? Like, do I say the right thing?
Yeah.
Or, you know, certain things you know you shouldn't say, but it's a fucking joke, but it's
More
a woman.
respect thing.
There you go. And it's just like, but then that's kind of playing a role.
Right.
How do I deal with my boss? Do I play this role like I don't smoke big weed? Or, you know what I mean? Something like that. But I think everybody's been intimidated some way or somehow.
Yes, I'm glad you say that.
Regardless of how one thinks, like.
Intimidation comes in too many fashions for you to never be intimidated. Go ahead, talk.
I would say romantically, probably not since I was in middle school.
This nigga just fucking you.
No, because like I think in middle school it was just like I figured like, yo, if I can have a conversation with somebody, then cool, whatever, right? But career-wise, I would think, because I work in an industry that is white, female-dominated, right? And so for me, it's like I don't ever want to come off as aggressive, the aggressive black man. So I would have to like carry myself in a different way. But like to your point of playing a role. But I think over the past 8 or so years, I've worked with plenty of, especially white female educators, that I'm just like, you know what? I've had these conversations. I know where I can navigate those spaces.
Correct.
Yeah.
I agree. So for me, I think my intimidation comes in a fashion of everything. I think I walk into rooms with the notion of you can't be nonchalant. You gotta project, and that's where my intimidation goes. Cause like I don't like that. I like being cool, KP, just chilling. I'm gonna get my scotch. I'm gonna chill in the corner, mind my business. I'll drop a joke here and there, but everybody's been nudging you. Go talk more. Be the center of attention. Be that guy. So I think for me, my intimidation is that trying to be something that I'm not. So I get intimidated and get even more quiet and shut down and things like that. So I think with growth, I think all of these things can be remediated. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what I was thinking is with confidence, you're not going to get confident unless you are tested.
Right.
And as you put in uncomfortable situations, you need growth to get to that point. You don't grow being comfortable. So you need to be put in those positions, and that's in the workplace, that's in romantic relationships. You need to be tested and do things you're not uncomfortable with to grow and to get comfortable with that.
Right.
Now, if you ugly as shit,
that's another thing. You gotta be able to talk.
I think I'm medium ugly, dog. Like I'm not the ugliest nigga out there in the world, but I'm not the cutest.
You gotta cook. You gotta be able to juggle.
All right, Jamel. Final words, man. What you got for me?
Final word, I would say that intimidation happens to everybody, but it shouldn't hinder you from doing what you need to do to get to where you need to be.
anything.
What you got, Cutter? Final words.
Let's see.
And I'm gonna come back to you, Dre. Talk to me.
Hey, one word like the Little Giants: intimidation.
Annexation of Puerto Rico.
It's a great play.
Yeah.
No, definitely one. I would say we are at this table. We have not been perpetrators of the Me Too movement, so we ain't got to worry about that. So ultimately, back to being confident. I'm always going to go back to that because I think that's the answer for every situation that we're put in. If you are not respecting a woman, you're talking down to a woman. If you feel intimidated by a woman, I think that says more about you
Than the woman.
Definitely does say more about you than it does to the woman.
Right.
All right. So in the workplace, own your shit, be a master of your craft. In romantic relationships, own your shit, bring something to the table, whatever that may be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's it.
All right, Cutter, come on. Come on, brother.
Bring it home.
I'll just say, just don't. I mean, with what he said, but don't be scared. You never know what could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Right.
I mean, intimidation can be bad, but you never know. Your cover might work with that book, motherfucker. So
You say your cover might work with that book.
yeah, whatever.
Kind of old school. I ain't never heard that.
Oh, that's when you took the paper bags and
Yeah. So for me, I think this was brought to me again by, basically he was like, why are women single? And I think we gave a lot of examples today, like confidence. Men aren't afraid to talk to you because of this, because of that, because of this, whatever reason they have. And I think Jamel gave a good point, like he says it all the time, like, I'm the ugliest nigga you gonna meet, but I'm gonna have a hell of a conversation with your ass, and you're gonna be intrigued by me, and all the intimidation shit's gonna be out the window. You know what I mean? That's a great icebreaker, I guess you could say, to be able to talk. And that's where my head's at, is all you gotta do is just, once you start walking in that direction, I think you in there. You know what I mean? All you can do is win or lose, and just keep it moving. But, you know.
I'm just happy you did not say because they crazy.
Because they crazy. I'm not trying to get killed.
I'm just happy you didn't say it.
I don't know how FBI do this shit.
Fucking with you.
Yeah, no, I just keep popping out. Like,
Pop, pop.
That's what she said.
All right, little Johnny.
Little Johnny.
all right, fellas, once again, this is the Wash Podcast. I appreciate y'all all coming with me. Everyday guys doing everyday shit. We all wash, but we in this together. Peace.
I think I won.
Nah. Nah.
Hold on, what's your 5?